so happy that someone is taking initiative to change the education system. Because I was telling from the beginning, Ukrur was once an education hub. Now the pass percentage in Ukrur is much lower than the state average. State average itself is like very low. So I'm coming from a state where you have 100% literacy, 100% digital literacy, and the government schools have 100% pass percentage. So I know if Kerala is developed, this is the reason. Education. If Ukrul is not developing, this is the reason. Education. So you have to focus on this. There could be some errors, some issues with the education system which we are following. And like we agree, there are faults from the administration side. There are less number of teachers, infrastructure, everything is less. But still, is it an excuse? Because our children are studying there. We don't have time till someone is coming and teaching. Maybe someone wants you to be in backward state. So, because the competition is very high. When you are competent, there are many people who lost their chance. So, this is an opportunity. Let this be a big example, big eye-opener for the students, for the schools. Like how you change the education. You must have a favorite subject. Right, everyone will be having a favorite subject. Let me make this point. If you have a favorite subject, there should be one teacher who take the pain to make you understand in a simple way. That is why you are loving the subject. There should be some subject which you hate. For that also there is one teacher who didn't do her job or his job properly. You miss some basics. Because of that, when you lack the basic, you won't be able to study further. Even if you try, you won't be able to catch it up. So you will feel like I'm incompetent. Actually, that is not the reason. You pick up the basics, you pick up how you pronounce it, how you study it, how the logic works, and you will improve in any subject. So I'm putting in this big responsibility on this the man of the day. Let this be just a beginning. It is your responsibility that you impart this to the students of Ukrur. We have around like 15,000. How many students?
27,000.
Okay, all together, all schools combined, 27,000 students are there. You impart to them, that will be your goal. Let there be a change in their perspective, their attitude, their study. The students, when the students coming back and telling you or to your wife, to your children, in later, saying that your father has taught me this.
I had the opportunity to go through the articles written by Ningmareo at Shimray, National Teachers OT of 2021. The article is introducing the sub-syllabus in the English language, which I found as a unique approach to teaching English pronunciation efficiently by the students as well as by the teachers. The new strategy of learning calculating skills is probably of by-ordered number system is quite interesting and easy to understand. I was very good in mathematics in my school days and in college days. I was very weak in history, but very good in mathematics. Till now, I am still learning.
Honor for me to stand in front of you to present these opening remarks on the life of the authors and his various activities, the purpose of releasing his articles and its unique aspect. and highlight about the author patient. When I go through the content of these two articles for the first time, I couldn't make it out head and tail, to be very honest. But the more I read, the more my interest and curiosity increases. Both the articles are as such. It is very interesting and very lively. Mr. Ningmareo Shimray, a resident of Shimray, Ukru, lecturer in political science, Ukru Higher Secondary School, recipients of prestigious National Award to Teachers 2021 from the Ministry of Education, Government of India. He was a mathematics and science graduate teacher, then assistant headmasters, model high schools, Ukru before promoted to higher secondary lecturer. He is not, for him, teaching is not just a profession but a calling. Here I quote one of his sayings: "When I become a teacher, I realized that to transform my students, I first needed to transform myself. The time changed, circumstances changed, and so much our teaching's method," I unquote. Today we are delighted to learn that Mr. Ningmareo Shimray is going to release two articles which has been already released by our Deputy Commissioner and Madam on the two topics. That is, one is introducing the concept of sub-syllable in English language and workshop format, and another one is the new strategy of learning calculating skill, discovery of by-quoted number system. Both the articles are outstanding. According to my observation, these two articles seems to be written by two authors when I read it. Though we all know that in reality it was written by only one author. Why I say so? Because the two articles are torn apart. No similarities, different topics, different subject, yet written so well, complete in all aspects. That is the beauty of these two articles. The author seems to have quite range of knowledge. I'm amused, rather wonderstruck, thinking how can political science lecturer could write so well, that also in different subjects. It reminds me of those famous ancient Greek philosopher, scholar, statesmen such as Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, who could master in all the subjects. In ancient times, we all know that one particular, say, scholar, he can master all the subjects. That is why Aristotle are called the father of mathematics, father of this and that. So many fathers. It will not be too exaggerated to say he is a good writer, talented, gifted, having multi faces. In short, I would say genius. By-quoted number system is an educational and mental calculation. It was created to simplify arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions for students. It is mainly focused on 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in calculation. Other digits like 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are expressed in terms of these 4 digits. If the student have clear basic idea about the rules and concept of how to use this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, instead of 9, 8, 7, 6, the student can do calculation in the most enjoyable and in the most easiest way. He also said there is no need to by heart the timetables of 6, 7, 8 and 9. It can be done by using the method of multiplications of 9 digits easily. He also said it is not only for the arithmetic operation. It can also do identification of prime number between 1 to 100. This system simplified calculation skill, enabling even the slowest learners to grasp with each. At the same time, it enhances the ability of faster learner, pushing them toward excellence. I quote his saying, "The bi-coded number system is not just a tool, it is a doorway to making mathematics easily approachable, enjoyable for everyone." And I unquote. That is to include as a part of syllabus or to recommend for the reference book. It becomes mandatory that the author or the writer of the books need to take permission from the competent authority. Say, if it is for class 10, they have to take permission from the motion. If it is for class 11 and 12, they have to take permission from from motion, that is council. And if it is for BA and MA, Directorate of Higher Education, U. But there is no restriction if it is introduced. If it is introduced or if the student willingly study out of passion, not as a part of syllabus. What exactly I want to say is, author or writer or any organization shall not impose or force the student to study the books which is not a part of syllabus. But the students can study out of passion, out of love for the books. And for that we have no back day on Saturday. Suppose, actually, in our districts, in spite of giving so many notifications that Saturday should be no back day. Saturday is not to be, the students are not supposed to bring the books and study and do this as routine work like study and teaching like that. It has to be no book day. No school back day means no book day. They can do so many other activities. In such a day, like Saturday, Sir can take this advantage and introduce all this on Saturday also.
My service to my community. When I look back, I never knew that I would develop these innovative ideas on education. From the day one, I became a teacher. I started transforming myself first, relevant to the change of time and circumstances, to transform the students. My relentless endeavor for more than 20 years culminated in developing a new strategy of teaching and learning of mathematics, which is indirectly applicable to any other subject in 2018. 2 articles introducing the concept of subsyllable in the English language along with workshop format, and the new strategy of learning calculating skills, discovering of bi-coded number systems, released today, are the 2 main components of the new strategy of teaching and learning, which introduced a new education system in the process of teaching and learning relevant to the change of time and circumstances. In early 2019, I found that the main problem of learning and teaching of any subject or language of any standard is the lack of reading skills, and that the only way to overcome this problem is to learn to pronounce it. In 2020, I developed the concept of subsyllable in the English language, which is a major breakthrough, introducing a system for learning English pronunciation efficiently. Introducing the concept of subsyllable in English language cover all aspects of English pronunciation, enabled to pronounce every word correctly in Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary fourth edition is announced for Advanced Learner Dictionary 10th edition. The concept of subsyllable is applicable to any existing language in the world. Development of the concept of subsyllables has heralded the beginning of foreign languages in a novel way. Introducing the concept of subsyllables in Hindi language is an outcome of my relentless effort to simplify the learning and teaching of Hindi language, which is currently a huge challenge for students of our community in learning Hindi language, which I claim one of the most beautiful existing languages in the world.
As like this program, related to education, related to student, related to the Nolong Union student, we are ready 100 and plus 120% to work for student, for welfare. Even if there is more like Sario in our Tampa community, any of government appeal us to help in any collaboration with the student who is related to the student. We are there 24 to 7. Even the Sunday, 24 to 7 is mathematical again. If we go mathematical again, I think we do have a math teacher, mathematics teacher, as a mathematics student, as a mathematics teacher. I think Madam Suzai and also on the same line. So our time for student, for education, HKL is 24 into 7 into 306 family. Okay, so we are very grateful. Kada tampuno 중문에 속고도 사료로 받아들이 하니 저도 like 기다다 tampuno 무슨 뜻이 뭐 after 20 years, 30 years ago, we have seen like big future. So hope the Sarvina, I think things 하나도 설왕 안 하나도 우리가 like 거기서 내려 대부분 사람들이 회식을 성성다. 회식을 성성다 꼭 나와서 그래 저는 이게 있는 바이래 예를 들어서 21 in the Bible, I always did for 4 or 5 years. So, in my winter as a president here, this saga okay, and the circle saga also pay by well. Take the leader, teachers, from principal, from different school, leaders, psychology, so once again, so this morning. Thank you so much. 좀 회식해야 나가서 너무 얘기해 주고